The man of the hour, the man with the power. I am the hit maker, the record breaker. I got smiling grace and a loveless faith. I make your back crack, your liver quiver. If you don't dig this mess, you at the wrong address. And superstar, while all the rest are in the back, laughing and joking. The dreams out front, woo! Cooking and smoking.
Hello and welcome once again to Metro Pro Wrestling, here from Turner Rec Center in beautiful Kansas City, Kansas. I'm Dave Borchin alongside Chris Goff. And Chris, a huge match tonight. We got a debut here of a newcomer to Metro Pro. His name's Redwing, and I don't know a lot about him, but I've heard a huge power lifter, and you could see this guy's got all sorts of strength.
First of all, I got one problem. You said beautiful Kansas City, Kansas. This place is a dump. I can't believe they have wrestling in the area. There's barely anybody around here. There's no walk-up traffic at all. Anyway, yes, Redwing, Dave. I've heard a lot about this guy. He's been wrestling all over the Midwest. He's from Omaha, Nebraska, but he's been wrestling in Iowa, Omaha, Illinois, Missouri. I mean, plenty of Kansas, obviously, now. Plenty of areas in the Midwest. So this guy's an up-and-comer, Dave. Look at this guy. He's huge. But, unfortunately for him, his debut match at Metro Pro Wrestling is with the longest reigning Metro Pro champion in the history of Metro Pro champions, Mark Sterling.
You know, Redwing must not have much of an agent, Chris. You think you'd kind of like to ease your way into Metro Pro, maybe take on, you know, some of these guys that can't get any wins.
What
no
are you going to say,
like,
Iceman, Dave?
Well, I was, you know, he insulted me on Facebook, so I was going to avoid him. I was thinking, you know, maybe our friend from the left coast. You know, I think maybe we see your winless hoodlum. Maybe that would have been better for Redwing. Like you said, it doesn't get much tougher to debut than against Mark Sterling, one of the best guys in Metro Pro.
And you're not just going to debut against Mark Sterling, Dave. You're going to debut against Mark Sterling and the Burger King, the King brothers.
Finally, you acknowledge their true nickname.
Brian and Jake King, they are out here.
Are they losing some weight, Chris?
No, not at all, Dave. We just weighed in the back. Highest weight they've ever weighed. Combined total of 803.5 pounds.
What does that shirt say? No food is safe?
No, well, there is no food safe when they're around, Dave, but it doesn't matter. You know, CrossFit wrestling shape does not exactly mean you have to have an 8-pack, okay, Dave? So they're going to be out there for security purposes, so no one gets involved in this match when Mark Sterling uses that kettlebell to take out Redwing and that mohawk.
You should clarify, no one gets involved in this match other than themselves, right?
The King brothers, Dave, we've reinforced the ring, okay?
Thankfully, thank goodness.
The Killer City Kings in full effect here in Kansas City, and the crowd's going nuts.
Maybe when Sterling lifts up that kettlebell, they should lift up like a turkey leg or something. That'd be good.
Well, if it was the Renaissance Fair, that would make sense, Dave, but
that's also in Kansas City, Kansas, isn't it, Chris?
You're absolutely right. Another reason why Kansas City, Kansas is a joke. But Ryan King and Jake King out there to make sure none of these rabid fans run into the ring to get just tackle Mark Sterling for his clothing. Redwing, though, has a little contingent here, I can tell. They want to see if he can take out the fittest wrestler in the world, and I got to admit, Dave, Redwing looks pretty fit himself.
He does, and I don't know if I'd call this a Redwing contingent or just Mark Sterling haters who adopt whoever he's competing against.
Well, you're absolutely right. For some reason, people don't like winners. I've known that my whole life. You would never know that, but I've known that.
That's why you don't like Jeremy Wyatt, right? You don't like Cobra Kai Dojo. You don't like these winners.
He backstabbed Mark Sterling back in the day. We all know that. Referee Michael Craze, affectionately known as referee Steve Wilkos, is checking everybody in the ring, and now we have started the match, and we'll see how Redwing does in his first attempt here at Metro Pro.
You don't say this very often, Chris, but Mark Sterling, I think, actually losing the strength battle tonight. He's in exceptional shape, but look at the size of Redwing, and look at the strength right off the bat.
Yeah, look at that. I don't know if he wants to power up with Redwing. Yeah, Redwing's back, Dave. He could drive a semi across that. He's huge.
Quite a beard going there as well. Looked like he could be part of the Hooligans, Chris.
He's got a little bit of the Red Rooster mohawk going there, too. It obviously works for him, though, Dave. He is, if you did not know Redwing's ancestry, he is partial American Indian as well. So you wouldn't know that by looking at him, but he's very proud of his heritage. We were talking about it in the back. And Mark Sterling taking a little trip around the ring, trying to get his mental state in a better place because all these people just won't shut up.
Does he need a little regroup after that first move of the match, Chris? Is he already psyched out after one push?
Well, Dave, as you mentioned, he's usually the strongest guy in the ring. So when you're going against Redwing, look, he's psyching himself up. He's getting ready. You don't want him to do this.
Is he going to pull an Iceman and say that Redwing's pulling his hair? Is that the next move he's going to pull out? And look at that strength again.
Just throwing, and look at Michael Craze just in disbelief himself. Mark Sterling not used to this. Look at that, just flexing in front of him, Dave.
Man, and I thought Redwing might come in a little intimidated by the history of Mark Sterling here in Metro Pro. Clearly not the case here tonight.
No, Redwing is obviously, I don't say this about many people, Dave, but just by his sheer size, a possible Metro Pro champion in the future. This guy is huge. And look, he's still got his cheering section as well.
There's some size there, Chris. Is Medea and her son also potential champs in your eyes?
Could you imagine those two teaming against the King brothers?
That'd be tons of fun, right?
Look at that big shot by Redwing as Mark Sterling falls down and getting the boots to him there by Redwing. And Sterling, like Jay King, Ryan King over there trying to help out.
Even you, Chris, who have kind of been hyping up Redwing to me, know about his potential. You got to be surprised with the great start he's gotten off to in this match.
Avalanche in the corner. Yes, you're absolutely right. Coming in here and taking out Mark Sterling and getting early advantage is definitely difficult for anyone. Look at this.
Sterling again, smashing down to the mat. Redwing shockingly in complete control here early in the match.
Winding up with that right hand slap, open hand slap across the face. And look, setting him up for a body slam, maybe?
Just driving him through the mat.
Planting him, and Redwing in full control. Here's a cover.
Leg is hooked.
Get up.
Just a one count, though.
Redwing just telling you don't see this, Dave. You're going to anger Mark Sterling at this point, screaming at him to get up. He is not used to being in this situation.
I said these fans here were probably just cheering for Redwing to cheer against Sterling, but in reality, he's got to be endearing himself to the great hard-working blue-collar fans here at Turner Rec Center.
Yeah, Mark Sterling now, though, turning the tide, getting the upper hand here. Nice English uppercut as he goes to work in the corner.
And another.
We'll see if he can, and he's still hurting, though. That right arm's still hurting. Right shoulder, he's holding it. Mark Sterling, Redwing whipped it to the corner now.
Evasive maneuver by the challenger as Sterling goes up to the top and
precarious position. Look at this. Gorilla press, possibly.
Oh, look at the straight.
Shades of Ultimate Warrior thrown on the King brothers.
Yes. Oh, there goes the barrier outside the ring.
That expensive barricade out here outside the ring has been shattered one more time, Dave. We're going to have to duct tape that again.
What a power display by Redwing.
Redwing, look at that. Gorilla pressing, the fittest wrestler on earth. Mark Sterling throwing him out on the King brothers. And what is Redwing doing? Looks like he's sizing him up for more.
Does this guy have aerial moves in his arsenal as well, Chris?
You wouldn't think so. The guy's built like a tank. I don't think most guys this size do aerial tactics.
I would agree, but that almost looks like that's what he's thinking about.
Mark Sterling arguing with the fans as Redwing getting, look at this, head of steam here.
He's got to fly, oh my God.
Suicide dive over the top rope on all three men, and look at the size of the big man. Look, I can't believe he pulled that off.
Over the top rope with his size, are you kidding me?
Redwing has his crowd on their feet. Santa Claus taking pictures. Everything's going crazy.
Doesn't he know it's the summer, Chris?
I guess not, Dave. Have you ever met him? He doesn't know. He has no time.
Not that smart, I guess.
He doesn't have a job. He doesn't know what month it is.
This is one of the best debuts in Metro Pro history. I almost don't even care if Redwing wins the match.
Redwing getting the crowd pumped up as both King brothers outside hurts. Mark Sterling thrown back inside the ring, but Dave, this is going to hurt Redwing. He's out there goofing around with the fans as Mark Sterling is getting some more power back.
Redwing, come on.
And this is why you don't do that, Dave. Look at that. King brothers holding the legs as Mark Sterling comes, drops that elbow right in the back.
I never thought I'd say this, but I think Mark Sterling needs the Kings to even hang in this match tonight.
Well, Dave, it looks like it at this point. I've never seen a guy jump over the top rope the size of Redwing on top of all three of those guys.
See the Kings beat up on the outside as well, and now Sterling trying to assert some control for the first time in this match.
Mark Sterling still hurt, though, Dave. Still hurt. Redwing in the corner as well, and big boot.
Sterling caught that right foot of Redwing and now taking out that right leg. Like he got him in the upper leg, maybe the thigh or hamstring.
Ryan King saying that's how you do it, and that is how you're going to have to do this. Obviously, if this guy's going to bust out aerial maneuvers with his size, you're going to have to take him down by his tree trunk legs, Dave, and that's exactly what Sterling's doing.
left leg just absolutely slammed into the top of the ring there. And watch your back here as the King's lurking.
I don't know if I've heard such a crowd rate. Oh, look at that. Jay King
Come
is
on.
working over both legs there.
This is a joke.
King brothers, actually, yes, like you said, this is helping Mark Sterling to a point that I think he needed this help, Dave, to even survive.
Sterling shouldn't need help against any newcomer, although full credit to Redwing. He's like very impressive.
Sterling planning him up a tree of woe. We've seen this plenty of times as Redwing in a very difficult position for him, as Sterling talking trash to the fans, as Redwing sitting there helpless as he's drilling at that knee, that thigh of Redwing. Oh, here we go. Vintage Sterling, Dave.
Psychological warfare here by Mark Sterling.
Just toying with the big Redwing in the corner.
3 versus 1. Does he really need to add insult to injury here, Chris?
Yes, it's always funny. Look at that, just playing with him now, pushing up his face with his boot. Or I should say his toe shoes.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Is that a strategic advantage?
Here we go, he's a cover.
Leg is hooked.
Go!
Referee Wilco's a little slow to the count, only a 2 count.
Yeah, it should have been a 3. Redwing still surviving, though. But look, he is hurt, Dave. It just keeps working on that left leg. And it's working, Dave. If you take out the legs of the mighty Redwing, Mark Sterling is in now complete control.
Sterling,
look
now
at
look at this. Just applying all sorts of torque to the throat of Redwing.
Doing push-ups with that top cable rope. Choking out Redwing in the process.
Referee Wilco's admonishing Sterling, really taking his time here. Oh, he's making him smile. That's terrible.
Smile for the camera.
Shut up, Chris.
I think he gigged hard way on that, Dave. He's bleeding everywhere in his mouth now.
Sterling isn't a dentist, Chris. He shouldn't be making bloody gums of his opponents here. Oh, again on that left leg.
Mark Sterling continuing. Here's another cover.
Leg is hooked again.
Go. Oh,
Yeah,
look
long
at
2 count.
very, very weak kick out, Dave, and this is a problem for Redwing now. Let's see if Sterling continues to. Maybe we'll see the Mark shooter on those big legs, Dave. Can it happen?
Oh, I thought he was setting him up for a figure 4 there, Chris.
Well, he's getting him prime for it right now, Dave. Just working over, just stretching out that leg, getting it all loosened up to pull out figure 4, like you said. Mark shooter, we'll see. Some sort of victoria. Oh,
Redwing out of nowhere, able to kick out.
Well, that is a disadvantage working with a guy with such strong legs. Even as weak as they are, he can kick him out of the ring just like that.
Redwing can barely stand, it looks like. Big elbow, though.
Mark Sterling's in trouble now. The momentum back to Redwing.
Elbow by Redwing, another big elbow.
I cannot believe the resilience of Redwing now. After the dive over the top rope and Mark Sterling and the King brothers working over the legs, he can still manage to do this.
Sterling pushes his way out. Redwing back in, but eats an elbow in the corner.
Here goes. Sterling to the top rope, second rope now. Look. Oh, caught by Redwing. Power slam.
Nice. Can he get a cover, though? Oh, very slow to get on him.
Come on.
Redwing leg is hooked.
Get up.
Oh, just a 2 count.
Can you imagine if the King brothers don't help him out? If he loses, Dave, the Kings are going to get fired. You know that, right?
Well, that would certainly hurt their standing here at Metro Pro. They're pretty much just riding the coattails of Mark Sterling.
You saw these people in the crowd wearing the Burger King crowns, Dave. You know, that's in their cheering section. They all love these guys.
I need to get one of those myself, Chris, but I don't think they're actually a cheering section. I think they're teasing the Kings for being 800 pounds apiece. Nonetheless, Redwing looks like he's going for some sort of finishing maneuver here,
Another
Chris.
gorilla press he's calling for, look like. And look, he's got him up. No, drops him.
Oh, Sterling again taking out that left leg.
Oh, but no, thrown out of the way. Redwing, the King brother in the corner, though, Dave. Picked up for another slam. Look at that. Planting him in the middle of the ring.
This could be it, Chris.
Here we go.
Leg is
Come on,
hooked.
get up.
2, 3. Oh,
Thank goodness.
so close.
Where are the King brothers? Get up.
I saw him over the concession table, Chris. Very affordable concessions here at Metro Pro.
Yeah, there are. Whatever. They eat all they want. That's all you can eat. That's how they get fed here. That's how they get paid.
Really? Maybe I should consider a wrestling career.
No, they're actually good. Redwing, though, working over Sterling still. He's standing up, continuing to motion to the crowd that he thinks he's going to put him away.
He's only working with about 1.5 legs, though, Chris. That left leg pretty banged up at this point.
Look at him planting him, trying to plant him on that top turnbuckle now.
You go for a superplex?
I don't know. He's done everything else. What else can this guy do? Mark Sterling's in deep trouble. I know that.
Be another surprising move for a man Redwing's size, but it looks like that's what he's going for.
Superplex on Sterling, that would be it. Redwing, though, can't get him up. They're blocked by Sterling as he starts pounding away on that leg again. And Redwing falling down. Sterling up to the top now.
Sterling going for the roll-up, but Redwing keeping his feet.
Trying to get that sunset flip, but Redwing won't go over, but yet Sterling keeps in control. And look, trying to maybe go for that mark shooter, Dave. If it happens, it's over.
Redwing's got to get out of this, and he does.
I don't know if he can do it, Dave. I mean, this guy has such big legs, can't even get the mark shooter on him.
There's a couple tree trunks Sterling's trying to work with there. Now, is Redwing going to steal his opponent's maneuver? It looks like he might, Chris.
A mark shooter on Sterling. I haven't seen this done in a long time. We're the King brothers. Look at the face, the anguish of the face, and Mark Sterling's in deep trouble, Dave.
I think we'll call it a wing shooter, Chris.
No, shut up. It doesn't have a move. This is a complete copy.
Sterling's got to tap out here, Chris.
Look at this. He's inching closer to those ropes. So, Dave, he's calling to the King brothers. He's saying, give him the rope. And
they pulled it closer. What a crock.
He reached for it, Dave, and he got out of it clean. Look, he has to break it.
Wasn't clean at all, Chris.
Mark Sterling barely getting out of the mark shooter from Redwing.
Redwing, though, it looks like he's going to finish it, but look, the King's again interfering.
There we go. Ryan King in there with the kettlebell, Dave. What's he going to do with that?
Sterling. Oh, the kettlebell on the other side of the ring.
There's two kettlebells. Jay King hitting the leg of Redwing with the kettlebell. There's a cover, small package. Yes!
Oh, what a joke.
Yes! Mark Sterling beats Redwing in a very close call in Redwing's debut match. Sterling victorious.
Close call. He won by cheating. Why don't you just admit it? He wouldn't have won without the involvement of that tub of goo on the outside.
Did you even see him bring out two kettlebells, Dave? I only saw one earlier, so that means it was obviously what a mental attack it was from Mark Sterling as he planted a second kettlebell somewhere around the ring.
Give credit to Redwing, though. What an unbelievable debut here at Metro Pro. This guy's got a great future ahead of him, Chris.
I want to talk about great future. Let's talk about the present, the great present. Mark Sterling, the longest reigning ever Metro Pro champion in the history of champions here, and the King brothers, soon to be tag team champions, I'm sure, here in Metro Pro Wrestling, helping up Sterling in his victorious attempt over Redwing in his debut match here at Metro Pro. But Dave, yes, very, very happy to see a great match by Redwing, and plenty of those to come, I'm sure, in the history of Metro Pro Wrestling. Go get you guys a hot dog. It's on me, it's on Dave.
It's definitely not on me.
Cobra Kai Dojo, did you see what we did to the commission? Did you see how we manhandled them? Yeah, they're okay tag team, but look what happened to them. And that was for the #1 contendership. We are going for the gold, because that's what you do in pro wrestling. That's why we came to Metro Pro to take those tag team titles.
We more than deserve these tag team titles. We have been doing this 13 years. 13 years! And we're not gonna let them Ninja Boys take that from us. We came to Metro for this spot, and we're not gonna let anybody, and I mean anybody, take that from us! You're gonna die!
As I stand here and I look, I'm reminded of words I heard long ago. All you have in this world is your fire and the places you need to reach. Don't ever let them cast out that fire and keep your demons on a leash.
Welcome back to Metro Pro Wrestling. Hello. I'm just going to sit here and be quiet for a minute, Chris, and admire the view.
Lovely Lucy Mendez from Dodge City, Kansas, of course. Pride and joy in Dodge City. What else came out of there except a bunch of cow manure? But lovely Lucy Mendez coming to the ring, Dave. I've heard that she has a special introduction she wants to make tonight on Metro Pro Wrestling. Somebody that we both know, but I'll leave the secret up to her, Dave. But Lucy Mendez looking mighty fine.
Hey, Lucy, over here. I'm right here, Lucy. Love you.
Hey, shut up.
Diablo, turn on the mic, you moron.
Don Diablo screwed up.
He turned me on. Can you believe that?
Ah.
How we doing, Kansas City?
we're here.
All right. Welcome back to Metro Pro Wrestling. We definitely missed you guys. Yeah. How about, let's talk about the main event tonight. Teacher versus student. Ace Steel versus the Scrap Iron Adam Pearce.
Should be a great match coming up on Metro Pro Wrestling.
Pearce, we have a gentleman here tonight that has a little special gift for the Scrap Iron one. Your very own Amaze Boss artist, Kansas City bound, Rob Schamberger.
Oh, we love Rob Schamberger, yes.
Rob Schamberger, part of one of the greatest moments in Metro Pro history when Michael Strider's painting was busted over his head by Adam Pearce.
Shut up, Chris. That was terrible.
Coming up in a future episode of Metro Pro Wrestling, Adam Pearce taking on Ace Steel in Adam Pearce's final match in Metro Pro. And Rob Schamberger apparently has something for Adam Pearce, Lucy said.
Where's the security, Chris? You think the Metro Pro staff would have learned after the last time Schamberger was out here with some sort of work of art? I mean, let's get the beef out here to protect this thing, whatever it is.
It was because of the lack of security, Dave, that we have one of the greatest moments in Metro Pro Wrestling
That
history.
was not a great moment, Chris. It was a disgrace. Rob Schamberger spent months perfecting that Michael Strider portrait. It just got shattered over his head.
I can't wait to see what Rob Schamberger has painted this time. This guy's only painted a couple thousand paintings in the last couple of years.
How we doing?
Maybe it's a painting of Lucy.
Good. Why don't you tell us a little
So
bit
you'd
about
like
your
that.
gift tonight and about the Scrap Iron one?
Well, Adam's been one of my biggest supporters from when I started this here about 3 years ago, even though he destroyed the last one. But we've become good friends since then. And with this being his last match here in Kansas City, I really wanted to honor everything that he's done with this painting.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, can we bring out the man himself? Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome former 5-time heavyweight champion, the Scrap Iron, Adam Pearce.
Can you believe Adam Pearce is going to have his final match in Metro Pro Wrestling, Dave? This guy has been such an icon of Metro Pro over the years. It's going to be sad, but this is not Adam Pearce, though. You just saw these guys earlier tonight.
Seen enough of these jerks. What are they doing back out here? It's Adam Pearce's time.
Mark Sterling and the King Brothers coming out during Adam Pearce's introduction. That will not make the Scrap Iron very happy, I'm sure.
Well, he's never happy, Chris, but you're right. This will make him even less happy.
It's a good moment for him, though, Dave.
Well, it should be. You're right, it should be. What's this jerk doing out here?
Oh, he's telling Rob to get out? He's ruining Rob's moment. It's funny.
You know, I, for one, am extremely looking forward to this main event. When I started in 2001, both Ace and Adam were just crushing it on the wrestling level. They're heroes to me. Like, they've accomplished more than all of you and your pathetic little pig dreams.
That's not saying much,
That
Chris.
is true.
Not saying much.
It's not.
Adam, everything you've done with the NWA World Title and Ring of Honor. Ace, likewise, everything you've done, Ring of Honor, Japan. This match will be tremendous, and I'm looking forward to it. However, Adam, let's just say you could use our help.
What?
In the back, Ace looks a little crazier than usual, so how about we maybe take care of him a little bit ahead of time? What do you say?
What? He's offering his services to Adam Pearce?
Probably shouldn't do this publicly, Chris.
And there's Ace Steel, and he's probably going to take exception of what he just said. It's funny that Mark Sterling, ironic I should say, that Mark Sterling said someone looked upset and mad backstage.
Oh, and Ace Steel won't stand for it, but it's not good odds here. 1 against 3, Chris.
Ace Steel just going nuts on Sterling, and the King Brothers and Sterling going to loosen up. Whether he wants it or not, Scrap Iron's going to be the beneficiary of this. And look, Scrap Iron coming off the chair. What's he doing?
That'll get those cowards running for the hills, Chris.
The commission out here with Adam Pearce saving Ace Steel, who has a match with him here in the coming weeks. The King Brothers and Sterling skedaddle. Well, that's just stupid. Scrap Iron they can take him out.
No. Screw you.
What?
Nice.
Why would he say that? He's offering him services.
Who the hell do you three think you are, number one, coming out here? Have I ever in Kansas City, Kansas, ever needed anybody's help whipping somebody?
Well, who knows? They're trying to help you.
Answer's no, Chris.
Not safe. Slow down, calm down now. Slow down. Where you going, sisters? Where you going, sisters?
What insults? We offered their help.
Drink in a concession stand. Get their fat butts in here. Come on.
Don't tell them to go to the concession stand. We'll run out of food. I mean, the commission chasing the King Brothers away with chairs. There goes Mr. Chalistico, Mr. Abernathy.
Now these two legends in the ring, Chris.
20 years ago, a man came into my life and taught me the finer points of the professional art form that is my love, my career, my passion, professional wrestling. He explained to me things that I never thought possible and showed me the way to take the tools that I was God-given and translate it into a career that's lasted 2 decades. That man is standing right there, Ace Steel.
Both of these guys, like you said, Dave, legends in professional wrestling around the world.
Over that time, he has been my friend, he has been my mentor, he has been my enemy, but all through it, again, for 20 years, if I ever needed advice, if I ever needed an opinion, if I ever needed honesty, you gave it to me. And when I said that tonight would be my final appearance here in Metro Pro Wrestling, there was only one person that made any sense at all for me to have a match with, and that's you. I love you, I respect you, and if it's okay, later on tonight, I'm gonna hurt you.
That's the way I expect these guys to go out, to hurt each other,
It's
Dave.
gonna be like Minnesota and Chicago and Wisconsin. We're gonna do it for the old times. We're gonna do it for you. We're gonna do it for me. We're gonna do it for everybody in Kansas City.
Yeah. It'll be a hell of a match, Chris.
I like to hurt people, and, well, who do you hurt most but the ones you love?
Scrap Iron will take on Ace Steel next week on Metro Pro Wrestling.
Welcome back. It's main event time here on Metro Pro Wrestling, and what a main event we have. The Metro Pro Championship on the line. Jeremy Wyatt defending against one of the toughest competitors around, Chris, the 2-time former champ, Derek Stone.
Yes, Derek Stone, a 2-time Metro Pro heavyweight champion, coming out here in the red singlet, Dave. He's got the chain, the hook, the mask, what is that, some kind of veil scarf thing? I mean, this guy's nuts, but he's a good kind of crazy, okay, Dave? We know that. This guy knows exactly what he's doing. This guy's one of the strongest guys in the back. Him, Redwing, I mean, they're both incredibly strong. He's got the mental capacity, too, to take out anyone as well. He plays a lot of mind games, and Derek Stone is going to try to become a 3-time Metro champion tonight against Jeremy Wyatt.
This guy seriously creeps me out, Chris. If I was going to list guys I would not want to run into in a dark alley in the middle of the night, I think this guy might be number 1 in the Metro Pro roster.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Dave. I mean, look at this guy.
He gives kids nightmares, Chris.
Nobody wants to get in the ring with Derek Stone, a 25-year veteran in professional wrestling and 2-time champion, as we've said multiple times already today, but I can't talk about it enough how much he's accomplished in his career.
Right now,
Look
weighing
at him.
197 pounds from Kansas City, Missouri.
Well, you know what they say about turnbuckles, Chris. Tasty and nutritious.
A little sweat, hair, gross.
Yeah, I guess you got a point there.
But you got to try to psych out Jeremy Wyatt, Dave, because we know him. He's the belt collector. He's been a champion for a very long time, and he's going to put his title in. And Derek Stone, well, he's grabbing the mic. He's going to cut off the music for Jeremy Stone to talk. Referee Nick Chin getting out of the way.
What's the challenger doing here?
Nobody rattled your cage, so shut your mouth. Listen, we all know that he doesn't have the guts to come out here. You know that the rebel is a broken man, so I'm sorry to say this match is going to be a forfeit.
What?
Bring that belt out right now and present it to me, the new Metro Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
So you know something we don't know, Chris?
Well, we've seen him a few weeks ago, Dave. He, Mark Sterling, the King Brothers, well, actually, he didn't do much. He stood back and laughed as everyone destroyed Jeremy Wyatt and just tore off Jeremy Wyatt's midsection. I saw Jeremy in the back. He was getting taped up for this match, and maybe he's decided he can't come out, and Derek Stone should be handed the championship.
There is the champ, Chris. There he is, and there's that tape you were talking about.
Well, he's not 100%, obviously, Dave. This guy's been taped up after getting slammed so many times by the King brothers. Avalanches, splashes, mark shooters. They all took him out for Derek Stone. And Derek, which did not obviously make Commissioner Strider very happy. Strider very upset with Derek Stone. I'm surprised he still gave him this title shot.
See, I don't expect Wyatt would actually forfeit the match, but he's certainly very gingerly here.
Look at that, just handing the title to Derek, who drops it and just starts attacking Derek Stone. Playing possum, perhaps.
We'll talk about psychological warfare, Chris. That's great by Jeremy Wyatt.
Look at this, just working over that midsection of Derek Stone, and I don't know if he wants to start he better start it odd, because Derek Stone's going to pick him apart if he stays up on his feet.
I was going to say, maybe Wyatt's not playing possum. You can still see the little bit of expression of pain on his face, Chris. I think he's still, like you said, not 100% at all.
Yeah, he is wincing with every blow that he throws towards Derek Stone. Look at that clothesline in the corner. Derek Stone is in trouble early, but Jeremy Wyatt better keep this momentum, because like you said, even when he's putting on the offense, he's hurt.
Oh, Wyatt slammed into that turnbuckle, and he's got to really be careful of those ribs and midsection, Chris.
Jeremy Wyatt in big trouble, Dave. I mean, Derek Stone is not a guy you want to go into less than 100%. This guy's a wily veteran, strong as an ox. And look at him just smiling and laughing as he destroys Wyatt.
Strong as an ox, Chris, and certifiably insane as well. It's not a good combo if you're Jeremy Wyatt.
You're absolutely right. Derek Stone trying to become a three-time champ as he clubs on the face of Jeremy Wyatt. Jeremy Wyatt has held the Metro Pro Championship since August of 2013, Dave.
Unbelievable the run he's had, and he's taken on all comers, never backs down from a challenge, and has always found a way to come out on top. But tonight, less than 100% against the two-time former champ, the powerhouse Derek Stone. Wyatt's got his work cut out for him.
Look at this, chin breaker. Derek Stone, he flies back into the corner, but every time Jeremy Wyatt does something on the offensive, he just hurts himself, Dave, and it just pains me, not really, pains me to see him in so much pain as he rips the hair of Derek Stone and pulls him down.
That's
on
legal,
the
right,
apron.
Chris?
Look at
That's
this,
legal.
Dave. Look at this, setting up for the apron pile driver.
This would finish him off early, Chris.
Derek Stone not nearly ready for that. Throws it back in the ring, and Jeremy Wyatt now.
Stone crashing down to the hardwood floor.
Right on his right hip, right on that hardwood floor here. Referee out to check him, but Derek Stone says he's okay. But did you hear the thud, Dave?
Well, that is a huge man crashing down on a unforgiving surface. You wonder how well Stone's going to be able to walk after that.
Look at that, all for the Metro Pro Championship title belt as Don Diablo looks on. And look, caught by Derek Stone and ran right into the steel post, and Jeremy Wyatt's got to be even more pain than he already was, if that's possible.
Lower back, kidneys of Wyatt just driven into that steel post, and Stone getting some Jane Fonda action here on the outside as well.
Dave, if you knew anything about CrossFit, you do some jumping jacks in between supersets. I mean, come on, dude. Just because you run a couple marathons doesn't mean that these guys that pump 1,000 pounds every day in every lift, they don't know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing.
I'm just surprised you know so much. You're so scrawny and weak over there, Chris. How do you know so much about CrossFit?
Well, because I learned, Dave. I try to learn things, okay? I need to be a great color commentator.
That's stupid.
Jeremy Wyatt thrown in like a sack of garbage in the middle of the ring. Derek Stone looking to just pick off the bones, and just standing on the hurt midsection of Jeremy Wyatt. Those abdominal muscles have to be in some major pain after the nearly 300-pound Derek Stone just stepped on top of him.
Oh, yeah, hundreds
Look
of
at
pounds.
this.
All right on those injured
Trying to
ribs.
rip him off.
The protection's going to be gone, too. Oh, gosh.
Is that a human or a yo-yo?
Shut up, Chris.
He couldn't rip off the tape, but he could certainly pick him up like a kettlebell, Dave.
Wyatt's in all sorts of trouble here as Stone able to just keep those power moves coming with the choke there.
Choking out Jeremy Wyatt, but we get a count to 5 as referee Nick Chin is in there putting on the count on Derek Stone, but it doesn't matter. He breaks and he continues to go to work on Jeremy Wyatt.
Derek Stone taunting the crowd here. Never okay, unless it's towards Medea, of course. That's fine.
No, that's absolutely right, Dave. She never shuts up. And look at that, just flinging him out of the corner, landing on his back. Jeremy Wyatt, have you ever seen Jeremy Wyatt in this kind of condition? I mean, I know he got a beat down by the King brothers, the Killer City Kings, but I didn't know it was going to be this bad weeks later.
We've seen some strange matches recently, Chris. We saw Mark Sterling in a similar spot against the newcomer Redwing, and you're right, we're not used to seeing that. We're not used to seeing Jeremy Wyatt down and out like this. Granted, against a great competitor in Derek Stone, but boy, Wyatt's going to have a tough time defending that title here tonight.
Just oozing out of the ring onto the floor. Jeremy Wyatt can barely stand. Look at throwing a right hand, another one.
Oh, big clap to the ears by Stone.
Oh, big boot to the midsection of Wyatt trying to get something together here, but no, big clothesline lands on his back on this wood floor.
Stone, the pace of this match is in his favor, nice and slow, able to take his time.
Dictating this match is what he is doing, obviously, and that's exactly how Derek Stone has to win this match. Oh, throwing his back on that middle apron there. Underneath that cloth is just straight up steel. Derek Stone trying to get him before a count of 10. He breaks it. Jeremy Wyatt in there as well.
Yeah, that would have been nice there, Chris.
No, it would not have. I want to see a finish to this. Jeremy Wyatt is in some pain. Let's see if he can withstand all this and retain his championship.
Big bear hug right on those injured ribs. Right in the middle of the ring, too. What can Wyatt do?
Nick Chin checking on Jeremy Wyatt. He does not know what he's doing at this point. Derek Stone now still in that waist lock, that bear hug. Look at this. Big elbows to the side of the head. Trying to get out of this, but Derek Stone just too strong, Dave. I don't know if he's ever going to get out of this.
Wyatt back down to the mat. That's never a good sign.
Continuing to check on him if he's going to quit, and he very well could be. Derek Stone, look at those arms, Dave. I mean, just choking him out. Just taking all the wind out of his midsection.
Not only that, but think of the pain on those injured ribs. It's got to just be excruciating for Wyatt.
Wyatt up to his feet, though. See if he can do something. Landed some elbows on the back of the neck of Derek Stone, finally making him break.
Good way to break the hold. Now Wyatt off the ropes. But Stone catches him.
Side slam. Sidewalk slam. Made me remind me of Boss Man there, just throwing him down. Look, covered him with one finger.
Insulting and very premature by the challenger. He's got to be better than that if he's going to take this title.
Choking him out. He's got to count of 5. Derek Stone just standing over, just looking into the crowd with such a look of confidence, of arrogance, really. He knows he has this championship in his corner, banging his head off his knee. Jeremy Wyatt in such trouble, Dave. I have never seen this.
Wyatt's in bad shape here, Chris. I don't even know how he could possibly pull the rabbit out of the hat. It looks like his tank's running on empty here. Another big headbutt to the midsection by the challenger.
Remember all the matches Jeremy Wyatt has won as champion, the Indie World Tour, all the defenses he's had and he's retained. And at this point, it looks like it's all for naught when Derek Stone continues to just hammer away on him.
Wyatt not the kind of guy that would normally get help from the outside either. You know, he doesn't have the King brothers coming out to save his butt. So it's all on his own tonight if he's going to find a way to retain that championship. Yeah, you think so.
We have seen Derek Stone does have some allies in the back. Sterling and the King brothers helping him in the past, and we'll see if anyone comes out to his aid tonight, but not so far. He's needed no help, Dave. He's been able to do this all on his own. On a weakened Jeremy Wyatt, if I must be truthful, coming into this match, and superplex possibly on Wyatt.
Is he able to block it at least momentarily?
Battling back, can he get out of this? Headbutt.
It still crashes down to the mat.
Let's see if Wyatt can do anything to get this momentum back in his favor.
Flying crossbody block, but he's unable to pin Stone.
Look at him, he's hurt himself, Dave, by landing on Stone, hurting his midsection even more. Derek Stone still able to get up, still sort of that demonic smile on his face as he tries to get to his feet.
I wonder if Wyatt could have stolen a pinfall there, Chris, but he was unable to stay on top of Stone and go for the 3 count.
Wyatt on the precarious position, though, but no, he played a little possum, pulling the feet of Derek Stone, who goes on his back there, and Jeremy Wyatt now maybe flipping himself over the ropes onto Derek. Let's see what happens.
Right on the knees, though.
Derek Stone throwing those knees up, and he lands right on. And let's see if he can capitalize on this. Derek Stone, is he going to go for the cover now? I think Jeremy Wyatt's had just about enough.
Stone, like a predator stalking his prey, taking his time here. Dragging Wyatt up to his feet. But Wyatt looks like he's totally out, Chris.
Got a wrench suplex, no, putting him up. Look at this. This could be a submission, Dave. Just wrenching his back, burning that midsection. Maybe go for a razor's edge would be great, but no. Jeremy gets out of it. Throw him down in the middle of the ring. Jeremy Wyatt. Look at his face, Dave. His eyes are shut. He's going to sleep. He's done.
What's Stone going to do? It looks like a golden opportunity to finish off the champ and take that title belt. Oh, he's breaking out the Thomas the Train choo-choo move, Chris. Old school.
Come on, Derek. Everyone getting behind Jeremy Wyatt, but Derek Stone is your two-time champion, people. Let's go.
Wyatt's had that belt for so long, Chris. It's hard to imagine anyone else putting it around their waist at this point. On another submission.
Shinamaki, come on. Let's go. Oh, he gets out of it, though.
What a great way to break
lightning
the
spiral. But that's a double lightning spiral. Derek Stone it looked like out of accident, but he grabbed the ref and he got a double lightning spiral. So Jeremy Wyatt hits it on Stone, but Stone hits it on the referee.
Oh, terrible luck for the champ. I think he'd be able to roll over Stone and finish him right now, but the ref's knocked out cold outside the ring.
The referee down for the count on the outside.
1, 2,
doesn't matter.
3.
It doesn't matter, Dave. There's no referee.
Oh, terrible luck for Jeremy Wyatt, Chris. He should have just defended his title.
Come on.
What's going to happen now?
Look, referee Nick Chin is out of it, Dave.
Looks like a sleeping kitten out there, Chris.
It does. What do you expect? Derek Stone just gave him lightning spiral out of the ring, and Derek Stone back up to his feet now.
Wyatt was called for another ref. No one's
A
there yet.
roll-up.
Another 1, 2, again, Chris.
Come on. Nobody's there. It doesn't count. We
Where's
don't know
the backup
this.
referee?
It's
What are
an
they
accident.
doing?
Oh, big clothesline now. And there's no referee, so that means, you know what that means? They have no rules. Derek Stone can do anything he wants right now. There's no referee. Here we go. What's he getting first? Yes, the title belt. Use that.
This is not good.
Crown Jeremy Wyatt. Maybe by that time, you're referee Michael Crace out here to count to 1, 2, 3. The crowd not in favor of this, but you know what? You do what you have to when there's no referee out there.
Like you said, no rules, and Stone's going for the cheap shot. He misses, though.
Look at this. A DDT in the middle of the ring. He's laying on the belt now, Dave. You can't use it anymore. You're not even going to move him. But Nick Chin's still down.
Sleeping like a baby.
What's he supposed to do, Dave? If you took that, you'd be going to the ER.
We need another ref here, Chris. That's all I know.
Look, is somebody going to tell somebody to get a referee out here? Derek Stone would have won the title by now. Jeremy Wyatt flipping himself up despite the pain. He can go to the top rope. Will he be able to hit his Macho Man elbow? Hopefully not.
I think you're confused, Chris. It's Wyatt that would have retained his title by now if another ref would have come out.
Stone move, get out of the way. Come on!
He hit the Macho Man elbow.
But there's still no referee.
1, 2.
Where is the referee?
You can count to 20, Chris. This match should be
Here
over.
comes somebody. Wait. It's Commissioner Strider.
1, 2.
No!
What the hell's he doing?
Just a 2 count. He's staring down Wyatt. What's going on here? He's helped Wyatt get this title match. He helped them retain the title before.
They're friends. What the heck's he doing, Chris?
Just a 2 count, he says, Dave. What's going on here?
Stone hasn't moved a muscle.
Look at the anger in the face of Jeremy Wyatt.
What is going on here with Michael Strider? It looked like he was going to come out and give Wyatt the victory he deserves.
I don't know what the explanation is going to be, but Michael Strider has just screwed Jeremy Wyatt out of the championship, it looks like.
Now Stone's up behind him.
Look at the Cheshire Cat.
No.
Just nailed him with the title belt. Going for the cover, and Strider will count to 3 this time.
This is a travesty. Even you should admit that, Chris. Jeremy Wyatt deservedly won this match.
What is going on?
Michael Strider screwed him.
Commissioner Strider just came out and counted 3 for Derek Stone, but refused to do it for Jeremy Wyatt. What is going on here?
I think I'm going to be sick, Chris.
Crowd just booing. Commissioner Strider's referee Nick Chin. If there were stupid referee, they blame him. The crowd should be mad at the ref. He took the lightning spiral and he couldn't stay conscious.
Jeremy Wyatt's long reign as Metro Pro Champion is over.
This is great.
But it was totally due to chicanery of Michael Strider. And
Derek Stone.
what the heck was he thinking,
Derek
Chris?
Stone, a 3-time Metro Pro Champion, Dave. He defeats Jeremy Wyatt. And yes, there's a little help with Commissioner Strider.
A little help.
But he's a 3-time champion. That's all that matters. When when the biggest man in the company helps you win, Dave, you're going to win anyway, regardless if he did that or not.
What a miscarriage of justice tonight here at Turner Rec Center, but nonetheless, Derek Stone is the new champ.
This is great, Dave.